You're watching the television, fella. Tracy has some great content. So keep watching. He'll show you stuff you never even knew existed for your television.
That's the Intellivision gamer,
What?
Casey. Casey.
Television, fella. Take it away, Tracy.
What's going on, guys? I am back, and we're going to play on the Sprint some more. Having a day off work is rare for me. I work 6-7 days a week, most of the time, unless we have something to do. So I forgot to show the box. I mean, I know you guys have all seen it, and I was told this is the European box. I guess is signified by this right here, which is a rating system. So that's cool because I'm a variant collector. The ones that I have coming to me that I purchased, I'm sure are going to be from here. And then I'll have to find out where the other versions are and see if I can get a hold of them. I need to have one of every one. So there is the cool box. We talked a lot last time. I'd like to play some games this time. I know, guys, you're going to see me live more today than you probably ever will again. Well, I plan on taking Intellivision Day off every year as a vacation day. I try to get my wife to come up here and play a little bit, but she's like, streamed already. I'm gonna stream here again, and then was it 4 o'clock my time? So like 2.5 hours. We have my real Intellivision Day stream where I'm gonna have on some guests to play games, and then I'm gonna be on Chuck's Sprint podcast, and we're gonna have some fun there. And then I'm gonna also be in Mike's Gaming Gala, his channel. He's gonna go live, and I'll be in that. I won't be on it, I don't think. I'm just gonna be there in chat, and I might even go live late night. I don't know. We'll see. But I do have to work tomorrow, so let's go ahead. I think I've got everything switched over from last time, but I was doing the mad dash before I went live last time to get everything switched over because all my Sprint stuff was to use the DJI mic stuff. And I'm like, oh no, some of them I had both. I just had to check a few boxes and make sure I see that little audio mixer bar moving. So I'm not sitting here talking like, all right. So let me see. Have you guys seen this? If you haven't seen this and you want it, send me a message. I'll send it to you. I did all the legwork. This shows you what all the files need to be named. You can just put the games in. You can use ROMs, bin and configs. Unless you have them, I would stay away from .int. They'll work. It's basically a bin file renamed, I believe. But ROMs and bin and configs, that's mostly what I have. You just name the game whatever the game is, and then all the other files, you copy what's in here. And I'll start from left to right. You've got the big overlay, which is where you're going to look at all your buttons when you push number 1 in the menu on the Sprint. And it's going to show you in that screen, it's going to show you the large overlay. It's going to show you the controller with the overlay in it. And it's going to show you the QR code. Now, the QR code for the built-in games, they're going to take you to the manuals. Now, on Homebrews, what I did is if I have, like the top one is AF, Anthropomorphic Force, that's an Electronite game. So the QR code that I set in there is going to take you to Electronite's Facebook page. And then Intellivision Collector, that one's going to take you to intellivisioncollector.com. And then Pitfall 3, that QR code on that one for mine is going to take you to intelligenrevolution.com. So that takes care of the overlay, the QR code we talked about. You've got a large and a small box, and that's because on the carousel, when you're going through the different games, if the unit has to resize all the images, you're going to get a stuttering movements. But if you stick to the strict pixels of everything that I show below at the bottom there, you will not have stutter. So on the far right, you have the large box, and that's simply the game name .png, no additional characters needed. And then the small box, it's a slightly smaller size, not much difference, but that one is the game name _small.png. All these need to be PNGs. I did try some JPEGs and they did not load. If there are other file types that work, I'm not aware of those. And then there are snapshots. And what I did is I took a title the title screen and then 2 gameplay screens. And it's simply the game name _ snap and then 1, 2, or 3. What I haven't tried is see if 4 and 5 work, but I will be trying stuff like that soon. I spent so much time familiarizing myself, getting all things like this ready, recording all the segments for the video that I released. And there are 3 main videos out. So you've got myself, which I'm just a small-time guy, but I'm a big Intellivision guy, but I'm a small-time YouTuber. And then you've got 2 large YouTubers, and they do really good stuff. John Hancock and Gen X Grown Up John. So 2 John spelled differently. I'm about halfway through Gen X Grown Up's video, and he has a lot of little details that I just didn't think of to add. We were scrambling to finish our videos because once people started getting the consoles early, we had to finish these up to get them out. And they wanted all of us to release at the same time. Now, John was a little bit later than John Hancock and I, but his is out now, and they're very well done. I highly recommend, if you can't get enough Sprint, to definitely watch them both. So you've got the gameplay screens in the middle, and then the next 3 you see just like the little white icons. Those are bin and configs. I think the Astro Smash is a INT file. It's basically a bin file. And then you have the JSON files, and that is where you can edit the game name, the description, the year it was released, and there's a few other things in there that aren't utilized yet, but I'm pretty sure they're going to be implemented. And then let's see, I think that's everything. But if you're resizing your artwork, like I said, if you came late, you want to stick to all the sizes that are at the bottom, exactly pixel for pixel. And what I did is there's programs where you could say, here's all my boxes, make them all. Where's the big box size? That's small. Big box is 186 by 256. There's software you could say, take all my box art and make them all 186 by 256. And that's the quick way. But if those files are different sizes, you're going to get some that are squished in a little bit. You're going to get some that are tall. It's not going to be perfect. I'm a perfectionist. Not that everything I do is perfect, but I don't want to do it the quick way. So what I did was I took each one into Photoshop. Like I took a whole bunch of the big box, and then I just changed it to the size, and then I adjusted the few pixels by cropping just a little bit in whatever area I thought would look the best, and try to make them the best that they could be. Yes, it takes a little more time. Is it needed? No. But you can also just throw in all the games in there, and you'll see the white file, and I'll show you what that looks like in a second, and you'll see the Running Man, and they'll be alphabetized, so you can just scroll through, pick the game name. If you don't care about box art, descriptions, gameplay screens, and all the other things, they see in the overlay, it'll be a lot easier for your build. You're just going to put ROMs or bin and configs or INT files in the root directory and simply plug it in. So let's go ahead and say hi to everyone in chat, and then we are going to play some games. We talked a lot last stream. What was it? Just ended like a little over an hour, or about an hour after this one started. Here's Savitor SOB. Pierre's back. Code's back. Benvril's back. Nick Gamer's here. What's going on, Nick? Bart's back. Creeper's back. So much Sprint, my head is going to explode due to all this radness. Yeah, Atari Creep. Enjoy it while he still says that. I heard he's going to change his name. I've forever known him as Atari Creep. I told him I can't ever see you as calling you anything else. You're always going to be the Creeper. Code Monsieur. My Sprint still hasn't shipped. I don't believe most people. A few people got him. Don't know how that happened. Maybe that was a glitch. Maybe something happened. But I don't think they were shipping until the 5th. And that doesn't mean everybody's, but I think they were supposed to start then, because believe me, we had all the insider information. We were readying our videos, not even to be released until tomorrow, knowing that it would be days before people got their consoles. And whenever I reached out to Ben of PlayOn and said, hey, guys have them in hand. I'm seeing pictures and people are posting little videos. And he's like, let's hold off. We have to make sure everyone's ready, do them all at the same time. So we finally got to release them this morning. But yeah, I don't think they were supposed to get them that early. Cajanox? How do you say that? I'm not sure. Cajanox? Awazrim, He made a good video. You two have almost convinced me to give it a try. It's a good console. Yeah, he's been around a long time. Both Johns do great stuff. I'm pretty much a rookie, but what I do have is an extensive knowledge of Intellivision, and I own just about literally everything. So that's kind of where I come into play. And I have, well, those guys are out everywhere. They have all the communities. They're great. I have the Intellivision community. That's kind of how I got the gig, I'm pretty sure. It's definitely because I'm not this enormous YouTuber, I'll tell you that. Everyone's saying hello to everyone. Okay. Sometimes I butcher the names, and I hate doing that, but sometimes I'm like, man, I don't know how to say that. All right. So if you guys have questions, I'm happy to answer them, Intellivision or Sprint related, but this is Intellivision Day. So let me do this. I'm going to do this later, but back in the day, I got this last year. This says 45th. But all the details work the same. So 1979 is when the Intellivision came out. The U.S. president was Jimmy Carter. Music, Do You Think I'm Sexy by Rod Stewart, My Sharona, The Knack, Bad Girls, Donna Summer, The Freak, Chick, Reunited, Peaches and Herb. I don't even know that one. Maybe if I hear it. Sad Eyes, Robert John. Top movies, Superman, The Muppet Movie, Apocalypse Now, Rocky 2, The Jerk, and Alien. Famous People Born, Kevin Hart, John Krasinski, Chris Pratt, Rosamund Pike, if I butcher that name, Jason Momoa, the Aquaman guy. What Things Cost. Oh man, to have this again. A New Home, 71,800. This is what I don't want. Average income per year, 16,530. A stamp was only a mere 15 cents. Dozen eggs, 85 cents. A gallon of milk, $1.03. Sports. World Series champs were the Pittsburgh Pirates. Stanley Cup champs were the Montreal Canadiens. The NBA champs were the Seattle Supersonics. And the Super Bowl champs were the Pittsburgh Steelers. The events, U.S. President Jimmy Carter, Martin Luther King's birthday, a holiday. Margaret Thatcher becomes the first woman to be elected Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. McDonald's introduced the first national Happy Meal in June 1979 with a circus wagon train theme. And Michael Jackson releases his breakthrough album, Off the Wall. The U.S. population was 224.5 million. I don't even know what it is now, but it's a lot higher than that. Just a bunch of facts to... I always think that kind of stuff's cool to go back. It's Intellivision's birthday. It's Intellivision Day. We also got to show you guys all this Sprint coverage and videos, but it's also Intellivision Day, and why I'm off work today, unpaid, and showing you guys all these videos. And I've got a lot more later coming as well. Like I said, at 4 o'clock Pacific, we do my regular Intellivision Day live stream. We're going to have several guests on playing games, and then I'll be playing some more, most of which will be on the Switch. But I just realized I need to get my regular console ready too, because my guests are picking the games and they're not all on here. And I'm not really a ROM guy before this, so I have a lot of cartridges. So I'm going to have to get all those ready after this stream and before the next. I'm going to have to make sure the list of what those guys want to play, I have them ready. Let me catch up on chat here. Owazrim. I don't have any nostalgia for the Intelli and not sure I want to go down another rabbit hole. But this is easy. Like, you don't have to really collect things. You get the console, you can play it anywhere. There are a ton. And if you decide to get one, reach out to me. I'll have videos on it as well, too. There are other people making videos. There are a ton of full homebrews that are still for sale, CIB, and the ROMs once cost money that are now in the free areas on a lot of different websites. You can play a ton of great games and not have to purchase anything else after the console. So this Intellivision Sprint will play other games other than the previously installed games. Yes. So you play the 45 games that are built in. You can, where is my, it's still plugged into the console. You can put ROMs, bin and configs on a USB stick in the root directory. Simply plug it in the back. Takes about a second and a half. It'll load your games. Not only will it play all the other games that you have, it will play all the latest and greatest homebrews as well. The emulator is INTV, the best emulator out there for Intellivision. So you can play everything this way. And I don't think there was a better option. If this thing had a cart slot, it would not play JLP homebrews. You can't dump them, so they wouldn't have worked, and people would have been upset about that. I bought this, I bought the homebrew, I can't play it. A lot of these companies would have been getting messages and emails saying their units broke. Having it like this, I think, is the best option overall. Just got that one. I must have clicked the wrong one. Oh, he put on there twice. Yes, USB. 2 years old in 1979. I was 4. I was 5 when we got 79. It came out like right at the end of the year. It was test marketed. It was here from where I'm from. Central California is out LA area. Fresno, I think, got some of the early stuff. I didn't know about it at that point. I was 5 in 1980 whenever we got ours. Bart, I'm still holding out and hope that people will take all the photo artwork and stuff. There are going to be people working on that, myself included. Obviously not the ROMs, but the artwork and resize it all. But I mean, it works. You can just dump the ROMs in a root directory and it's going to alphabetize them. Whatever the ROM or the bin and config file are named, it's going to show up on the carousel wheel like that. So you just won't see all the fancy stuff, but you can still go through and play all the games and then slowly put in artwork. Or as people get them, you just drop them in, put in that USB stick. That's what I'm doing. I put it in here to the, I have a little hub here and I just drag files over as I do them or find them and then put it back in the Sprint and it's already that quick. It's done. You don't have to do anything else. They just have to be there. Bears fan Goomba. I'm on while working. I can't play any games until I get home Sunday. Yeah, I should be at work. I don't know if you were here when I said that, but yeah, I took today off because it's Intellivision Day and I was able to release my Sprint video and I knew I got to go. There's a ton of comments everywhere on social media and YouTube and I'm having a hard time keeping up. And then doing all these extra streams, that's not helping me catch up either. Yeah, I used to be able to watch and just work and listen and they cracked down on that. So I'm way behind on videos. I still watch as much as I can, but it's not the same. Brian says, in candy bars, we're around 25 cents. Yeah, everything was the good old days, except for that yearly income. But it could push me to want to collect. Everything does that to me. But I pretty much just do the older stuff, Gen 2, some Gen 3. I mean, I have a lot of stuff, everything to the current. But what I call collecting is like when I'm actively buying games and hardware. With the amount of money I spend on Intellivision, it's hard to do the other things. That's why I work so much, because I can't control myself. So I heard this is where I need to be for the free Intellivision Sprint giveaway. Whoa! Well, considering I don't even have the consoles I bought yet, definitely can't be doing that. But we are going to be doing a giveaway. I reached 1,000 subs really quickly at PRGE, and now I'm over 1,400 something. Today has been growing crazy again with the Sprint video, I'm assuming, but I still have to figure out. I'm going to give away a brand new complete in the box homebrew game. Might do some other stuff. I need to figure it out soon because, geez, we're almost to 1,500 now. It just happened lightning quick. Appreciate all the love, but man, I wasn't used to that. PJ said he was 12. I'm about 3 minutes behind. Oops, 14. Yeah, so you got me by like 9 years. I was 10 in 79, 13 when I bought my Intellivision in 82. So you got it like a year before the crash, maybe a year and a half. Yeah, he's just making that up. You're going to get me in trouble, Guppy Sar. PJ, 13 when I got my Intellivision for Christmas in 1980. That's awesome. Like I've said before, maybe some of you guys haven't heard it. I don't even remember getting mine. I was 5. I mean, it's possible I was almost 5. I don't know. It was just always here. I don't remember a time before we had the Intellivision. I remember getting the Intellivision too. And I remember getting certain games. We had like 30 to 35 games by the end of it. And we didn't buy games after NES came out. I played my Intellivision still. We'd pull out and play games. But I didn't actively go out and buy games after the NES. But yeah, I just always was there. My dad bought it from a guy who got it when it first came out. Games were new. No one really knew much about them. And a lot of people were buying them. And a guy that my dad worked with bought it, didn't like playing games, said, "Hey, you want to buy this?" My dad said, "Sure," brought that. That's how we got our first one. Luckily, because someone else didn't like it. And then after that, the rest is history because I've never looked back. Atari Creep, you said you had a handful of 7800 pluses. Maybe use one of them. I do, and I plan on doing that. This is my 6th one. It came up for $49.99, and I just click. I had to do it. So I want to leave one sealed, and I want to put them in the rooms with the Sprint. I have a lot of the Sprints coming as well. But on the other channel, which I am going live, and if it's working well, I'll go live with my show more as well. And I want to go live on Retro Gamer, which is my 2nd channel, and do a lot of Atari stuff because, man, I love Atari. Don't get me wrong, I'm the Intellivision Gamer, but I love Atari. I even love, right over here to the side of me, I love Odyssey 2 as well. I have a ton of homebrews. They're just sitting there waiting for me to be able to try them out. ColecoVision's the only Gen 2 console. Didn't even know it existed. Never saw anyone that had one growing up. I don't remember ever seeing it in a store. I remember seeing it on eBay when I found eBay in 98. That was it. Didn't even know it existed. But it's a great console. I now have a Phoenix, which those things are awesome if you don't know what those are, but they're quite hard and expensive to find at this point. I paid for regular price, and I joined the clubs. I have quite a few homebrews. I have all the ROMs for the original games, and I don't know, maybe 20 homebrews for the ColecoVision. I played Intellivision at my grandma's place. I had 2600 ColecoVision NES. That's a nice combination right there. Except for ColecoVision, I played the heck out of the 2600. NES was my 2nd console, and I do actively collect for it. I'm about 500 games in, maybe 100 of them CIB. Brian says, I'm old. I was 16 in 79. A little bit older than me, but probably right for the era. I mean, I was on the baby side for video games. I'm 56 when I got my first Atari. So like this year or last year, everyone's saying hello to Creeper. I saw the ColecoVision in Sears growing up, and I may have, but like I said, I was young. I mean, I was 9 or 10 when I got NES, and I don't remember ever seeing it. I remember everything else. Yeah, I like it. Wazram. My first console was a Sega Genesis. We had a C64 before that. See, I was unlucky. I knew 2 kids that had the computers, retro, or no, I guess now they're retro. They weren't then. One had a C64 and one had an Amiga. Can't remember what it was, but those are the only 2 people. And both of those came because I think their parents had it or it was a family and no one was using it. They gave it to them. I don't remember ever seeing them use it. Maybe once. It was all up in their closet. We were always playing consoles. So I never really had much experience. I never had a computer until a 486 SX PC, and about within a few months, I also got a Mac Performa 430, and that played a lot of games for the time. Both of them. I played Doom. That's what got me into my love of PC gaming. Was on that 486. My dad's cousin's husband was a big time computer guy, and he got a computer that wasn't supposed to be playing Doom, mine, and I could play it, and I played it all day, every day. 2 in 79. We're close. I was 4. Me and Frogger goes way back, says Big Dog. Yeah, that Black Friday deal, $49.99 on Amazon. That's why I have a 6th one. I couldn't pass it up. I had a 13-inch black and white TV in my room. I don't know what year that was. When I was young, most houses, unless you were rich, you had one TV. And it was just the end of the big box ones. And we had 19, 20-inch TVs. And there was one. And if dad came home or the parents wanted to watch something, guess what? Your games were done. And my uncle, I would say it was within a couple years of getting consoles, but I can't remember for sure. He bought my sister and I 13-inch black and white TVs, which, of course, I hated playing on a black and white TV, but I'll tell you what, it sure beat not being able to play at all. Wazram says, my dad worked for a company that made discs, and a coworker said he would give him a bunch of software if he got one. I didn't know until years and years later that they were bootlegging collections. A lot of people did back then. the people that I remember as I got older that still had them, everyone was copying everything. Yeah, I think we're the same age, Creep. Born in 75. Bart says, hopefully Kelly will play her first Intellivision at 56 years old. That's awesome. You gotta do that on video. If my Sprint doesn't arrive before January 8th, she'll be 57. Hopefully it does. All right, let's get into playing because we've already been talking for a long time. I don't even remember. I turned the TV on, but I think it turned off. I talked too long. All right, here we go. I want you guys to see the boot up. That's Elgato. That's from my input device. There we go. Intellivision Sprint should say 1.0 lower right. There we go. And they are committed to making this thing better and implementing new updates. So I'll definitely be showing you guys all about all of that as it unfolds. We also will have those original USB to original controller adapters, and those are going to be fun. And I'm going to be trying every kind of controller under the sun. All right. So if you guys, I'm going to scroll through this wheel. If you guys put in any of the games, I'm going to play just the games that are on here. And I'm going to try to play. I'll watch chat as well, but I want to get some gameplay in. You guys throw some in. I'm going to go play a game, and you guys throw some games in here that you see. There's a couple in here I see that I don't know how to play, guys, so I'll apologize if you pick those. We're almost done with all 45. Scrolling through the carousel here, and there we go. So I'm going to play a little bit of auto racing. Love it or hate it, I loved it. I'm a racer. I raced a lot of things, from slot cars, RC cars on a high local level. I've raced karts up to a national level. I've raced lower levels of NASCAR. I love racing, and this was my first experience that I can remember racing games. I had auto racing for my Intellivision. So here you can see the different overlays. One it shows in the controller, and one it just shows a big overlay. You can see the buttons. And this is one you have to put input on controller 2, so I'll get that out. Let's play a little bit of auto racing. Now, there are 2 versions of auto racing that have different controls, and I can't remember what they're called at the moment. I am very sleep deprived the last couple nights. Not much sleep. When that happens, little details get foggy. But if you press left and right only, no matter where you're pointing, that's the good one. The other one, it depends on where your car's pointed of where you need to turn, and that's the one that almost everyone, I've never heard anyone that likes that one, but they got the right one on here, I'll tell you that, at least for most of us. We'll do course 1. I was pretty good at this as a kid. I mean, I can get around the course still, but not like I did back then. Someone who's really good at this is Chuck, DJC Game Studios. We're going to be doing some head-to-heads, playing some games, and we're going to have to do this. I think I can get him once I play a little bit. He's pretty damn fast, though. Thing is, you got to go 5 laps around. Uh-oh. A little bit of slide action there. My favorite part of this was not playing like this for a time. It was playing against a friend. This one isn't quite as exciting to play. You know, it's like a lot of things. It's not as fun when you're by yourself, right? Oh, no crash. Oh, and as soon as I turned, I knew it was going to catch right into the tree. Yeah, everything plays really well. And the main reason for that is because they're using the JZ INTV emulator, which is the best. I'm really looking forward to trying other controllers and showing you guys what works, getting my hands on those adapters. I'm going to start. I don't know if I should do it on AtariAge or somewhere else. I want to start something where, hey, when you have a question Sprint related, post it up here and I'll get back with an answer, maybe show it in the video. Kind of a one place where I can kind of keep things organized. Got a little bit of a slowdown there. That's too much. I get nervous when I'm racing. My nose starts itching. I think I got one crash run so far. Chuck's got no crash runs on all courses. I don't know what the times are like. I can't remember. I know I can do the no crash on these. So another cool thing, you just saw a little sliver of it. Oh, I did it again almost. So this is one big giant map. All 5 tracks and a bunch of little segments. They're all out here. If you head off into the trees, like you just saw another one right there, you can head off in between the trees. And I did this a lot as a kid. I found them on accident. You can go off into the other course. The only problem is you get all the way out there. As soon as you wreck, you go back to the course you're on. But you can search it online, auto racing, Intellivision auto racing map. And you can see it's just one big giant graphic with all the tracks. That one I came through a little faster. Tap the brake. All right, so 341. Let's see if you guys have some games you want me to play. Let me catch up here. Where am I at? 154. My dad worked for. Got that. Got that. I had the Intellivision computer keyboard and televoice. It was awesome. Are you talking about the gray one? I'm assuming you're not talking about the ultra rare keyboard component. You're talking about the ECS. If you had the keyboard component, that is super rare. Awazrim, did the Intellivision get a version of River Raid? Yes, sir. We have River Raid. Buzz Bombers first. We'll play Buzz Bombers. Oh boy, code. I don't know how to play that. I'll show it off, but I don't know how to play Sub Hunt. I didn't have it as a kid. I've never learned how to play. I don't even know. I don't think I've made a gameplay video on that either. And I'm 100 and something games into my playlist. I have all the original 125 games. Not all. I'm working on all of them. But Sub Hunt, I need to learn it. All right, so I'm going to do now is I'm going to press the upper left side button in 5. I'm going to hold it. And this was my suggestion, by the way, which is really cool to know that suggestions that you put in got put in into the system. Because I was saying, it's like, hey, we're going to have wireless controllers. We're going to be all the way on our couch. How do we get back to the menu? We're going to have to get up and walk all the way over and hit the reset button. And that's how it was. And then they didn't put a button on the controller. That was already long done. But they said they can do a button combination. And that's what they came up with. Holding the left upper action button and number 5 only on controller 1. Actually, it said only on controller 1. But let me enter one. Let's try it. Let's try controller 2. It might work. Nope. Only controller 1. So they were right. And there we go. All right, so Buzz Bombers. Let me catch up on chat first. So we got Buzz Bombers. Man, I'm going to have to remember these. Scroll back up. I can never control the car well in auto racing. It's not easy. I mean, you get better like most things the more you do it. Bears fan Goomba. Hey, Jesse, hope you're well. Loving my upgraded, not modded, upgraded. SVA, Super Video, Sears Super or Video Arcade. Yeah, but did you play with yourself or did you play with someone else? You sold it in 2010? Yeah, Jesse does great work. If you guys want to have original consoles upgraded and repaired and whatnot, he does a lot of different systems. He's done most of the consoles that I have. Great work. Highly recommended. There are a lot of people, to be fair, that do good work. Jesse is definitely one of the best. Nice. Baseball and television computer was awesome back then. Yeah. Are you talking about the ECS baseball or the original baseball like this one? So this is the baseball that I am best at. I've never been beat. I play guys all the time at PRGE. The more modern versions, like there's the newest one is Home Run Super Pro Baseball. It's really good. Pitches super fast, throws fast, lots of options, 1 or 2 player with difficulty settings. It's great. But this is the one that's my baby right here. I love baseball. The only downside, it's only 2 players. Yep, that's what I did. You drive off course intentionally. Yep, see how far you could get. Sometimes it was fairly easy. Other times you have to like drive through the trees and you're almost there and then you hit one of them. You're like, crap, it starts over. Woo! We had 3 TVs when I had my Intellivision. 1 in the family room, 1 in the basement that I played my Intellivision on, and 1 in my parents' room. What year was that? Because in the 70s and early 80s, I don't think I knew anyone that had that many TVs. One of my coworkers has the keyboard component. I'm working on some deals. I'm going to have one of those soon. They're not cheap, but that's one of the few things I don't have. I have stuff that's rarer than that, but I still don't have that. I have a lot of the software, the manual, other components. I have 2 of the play cables with both box sets. You know, I'm working on getting the second version of the play cable. Yeah, Buzz Bombers is a good game. I wish I had it as a kid. Same with oh boy, Worm Womper. It's another game I wish I had. The more modern version was incredible. Yeah. It's if you're talking about the ECS version of baseball, World Series or Super Series baseball, that game is amazing that they even can do it on the Intellivision. It's not as fun to play as the other baseball games, but it is really impressive, very detailed. And all the screens and all the information, it's great. And David Harley in Intellivision.us, he makes a version where you don't need the keyboard. You still need the ACS, but it makes it more like a regular game. And I highly recommend that if you haven't tried it. So, all right, let's go. We're doing like we did last time, a lot of talking and very little gameplay. But there's just so much cool stuff, and everyone has questions. Now, I know how to play this. Am I good at it? No. And I know there's ways you can block them in and you get some better stuff. But like I said, I'm not good at it. I can just play it. Now what you want to do, not do that. So you want to leave 1 and you want to let the hummingbird go and eat all the honeycombs and you're going to get a lot of points that way. So now I'm a little bit more boxed in, but leave that 1 bee. That's what I do anyway. I know there's probably better strategies, but... And you want to get the red ones. Those are worth even more points. I let that hummingbird do his work and let this bee just run around for a while. And watch chat while we just let this go. We had 2 in the early 80s when I was a kid. The big one was in the living room. The small black and white one in the parents' room. 2600 gaming was had on both, needless to say. Yeah, I remember that just a little bit farther in. You know, maybe early on, a couple had a small TV or a black and white, and then they got a better one, and that would have been the second TV. I do remember seeing that a little bit, but when I was young, no one in my neighborhood, no one had more than 1 TV. At least that I can remember. I'm 4 so far. Well, 3 plus the one that was sent to me. But I'm definitely going to be buying more. For one, I'm going to buy a box version to collect for every version that they have. I've got to have 1 of each. And then I'm going to have 1 in the living room, the family room, up here, Probably a couple more. I want to have options. It's so easy. I mean, you just have the console, leave it plugged in. I'll copy the USB stick, leave it in there. Have all the ROMs, the homebrews I purchased, all the 125 wireless controllers. Play on my couch. Oh, I'm not paying attention. Can't get to him. Yeah, if I would have known about this game when I was a kid, I definitely would have asked my parents for it. Come on. No, not that. Not him. Oh, I'm trapped over here now. That was a stupid move. All right, so now I'm down to 1, but okay, he's going to go on the left side, so I still have a little bit of room, I think. Let him eat the... So I think that's on the right side. I think that's one of the ones where they get stuck. I haven't done that in a while. I think those are worth more points. Uh-oh. Come on, go get the other one. Oops. Yeah, I would have been 7 or 8 in 82 and 83. Come on, go get it. I want to see. 1408. Come on, Hummingbird. I think they get those. Maybe not. It's been a while. I think I've got one more time and then I'll be stuck after that. Maybe they don't get those. Couldn't move quick enough there. I don't think he was going to get it. All right. There's a little bit of Buzz Bombers. I'll show you Sub Hunt. Don't know what I'm doing, but we can see it. So those kind of look like the little ships from Sea Battle. I'm sure that's this. I can't remember if I've even ever fired this game up before. I know this is more like a sim. Probably would have helped to look at the overlay too. Oh, it just changed ships. Yeah, I probably don't know enough to show any. I know there's other parts to this game than this screen. Let's just see what happens, I guess. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. But this is more of a sim type game, at least for the era. I know a lot of people say they love it. I just don't know how to do it justice. Hey, I'll tell you right now, like these, if they ever get to where they're like $50, I will buy a pallet. Like the Atari 7800 Plus just was, I will. I don't care how many weekends in a row I have to work. I'll buy a ton of those things. Was Space Armada next? I believe that was next from PJ Space. Oh, Space Spartans. Oh, PJ. 2 in a row. I don't know how to play. Some Intellivision gamer I am, huh? I think I have made a video on this. This is a televoice game. Obviously, you just heard it. And I did learn how to play this long enough to make a gameplay video, and it is fun. But right now, I can't remember, because you do have a battle screen too.
Computer reporting.
And I know definitely you're going to need the overlay on this one. So there's a battle screen on this one. It's kind of like Space Battle, but not, I mean, it's not the same, but it looks similar. And this is like the Battlefield. It's an IntelliVoice game. There's a lot more depth in this game. Once you learn how to play it, it is fun. I do like it. You need it up or down? And you're talking about the game, I'm assuming.
Under attack.
Maybe if they had the French version, but that's not. You can't just switch it. Can you pull up the modern baseball for the Intellivision computer? I don't have that on here. It does do ECS games, but I don't have any of the ones that don't need the keyboard. Kool-Aid Man. I think I haven't even looked at all the 45. I think Kool-Aid Man's licensed. There's no licenses, but I mean, I could put it on here. You can sideload everything. So yeah, and that he always says Kool-Aid Man. What's going on, Michael? All right, so what was next? Anyone else pop up a game? Maybe one I hopefully know how to play. I was going to put the new home run baseball on my Sprint for testing, and I ended up putting Pitfall 3. I don't think I have. I'll be doing that soon. I'll be putting all the baseball games on here. I think that was it. Did no one else put up a game? I'll just pick a few if that's the case. Working late again tonight. I took the day off, sir. It was Intellivision Day. I've got a lot going on. I was tired. I didn't sleep a lot. I had to get that video out. I'm like, I was up till midnight. I'm like, I'm not going in tomorrow. It's a good day to take off anyway. The voice sounded good. Yeah, it's really good. It's clear as day right here. I didn't have that one as a kid. We probably should have, because we drank Kool-Aid like no tomorrow. And there was no tomorrow, and we probably could have got one free. We just never knew about it. All right, so if anyone has one of these games they'd like to see, let's try Mountain Madness. It's like the first skiing game, but a lot more options. I like how you can, even though it's timed, it's not simultaneously, of course. You can do 6 players. Course 32 courses. Helicopter, you can design your own. Slope, we'll go somewhere in the middle. Oop, not 58. So there, it's going to show you the course. Downhill course 1, hit pad to exit. And there we go. All right, now I got the buttons down. We're going to miss that one too. I probably should have went with a less of a slope, because I'm moving. And wiped out. This is one you just play a little bit and you're going to get better. I do like the skiing game. I had the first one as a kid. Probably because my parents like to ski. So I like all the extra details here. These later games had a lot more to them. Oh, yeah, you get 3 heats. I think it was 3. Oh, I keep going backwards. I want to do the opposite of what it is for some reason. I'm going to jump right over it. Definitely one you're going to memorize the courses to do better. What am I doing here? Why am I not hitting anything? Play the second best game on the unit. Which one's that? Not very good right there. Let's see if we can do better this time. I hit jump, I thought. I couldn't name a good Intellivision game. I know that little. There are a lot of them. I mean, almost every console has a bunch of good games, I think. Yes, sir. Planning on streaming. No, not all night. I read later tonight. I might fire up my SVA with Lumicode and stream a bit of gaming myself. So 4 o'clock is my main stream. That's what time I do whenever I'm doing Tuesdays and Thursday streams. And I have a few guests coming on to play games for about 20-minute intervals. And then whenever we have to roll into the Sprint podcast, 6:30 Pacific time with DJC Game Studios. Also plan on being in Mike's Gaming Gala, his stream and any other one I can find that I can catch in and drop in and say hello. But yeah, a lot of streaming today for me. I've never streamed this much ever. Blob. I'll have to put that on there, Mr. Baseman. But I don't have it on there right now. Horse Stream Live. The Horse Stream Live. What's going on? I'll be playing Bump and Jump. Oh, yeah. You're going to be showing the level editor, right? Intelab has a level editor for Bump and Jump. At least I'm pretty sure I have that right. I don't think anyone else has said anything. What time is it? Let's go to Bump and Jump. Oh, wait. That's not on here. Or is it? Takeout, that was an unreleased game, but I don't know how to play that one, but that one, then there's one homebrew, Boulder Dash. There's one of the rarest game to buy a complete in box for the Intellivision, at least a couple thousand. Space Armada. So Space Invaders is a homebrew game by David Harley. Takes this game, adds other elements from Space Invaders, and tons of options. And I really like his version. I just don't have it on here. I thought I was going to die there. Yeah, it's hard to play this one after playing David Harley's version. You can pick your grid size, tons of options, like a whole screen of options. Soon this one I wanted to, since it's kind of new, I kind of wanted to focus on the games that were included. As I have some time, I'll be getting together a lot of the top homebrews and getting all my ROMs on there. It takes a little bit of time to do all the box art, so it looks better in the menu. We'll finish out this level, then move on. Anyone else have any questions about the Sprint? Whoa, almost died looking at chat. So we're going to hit the left upper action button and hold 5. 3 seconds, back to the menu. Frog Bog. Okay. I can't play the computer games because, well, it will play them. We tested and it has support, but you have to have the keyboard for the games. David Harley did make special versions that didn't need the keyboards. I don't have them loaded on my Sprint, but it will play them. So yeah, I'll be doing that shortly. Just don't have it on here yet. This was the very first game I played on the Intellivision, but that was back around 2003 or 4 after I finally got my Super Video Arcade working. Frog Bog. There's also Space Beasties Easter egg. I don't think I've seen that. I had this back in 82. I don't think I had Space Armada. I don't know if this is the automatic one. There's a few different ways you can play this. You can have total control where it's easy to fall off in the water if you don't know what you're doing. You can have it where you control your tongue. Right now it's just automatic. And this is the one that I don't know how to play, the one that's a little more advanced. Just like a timing with the bugs and butterflies and whatever the hell they are. I want to say there was difficulty levels too, but maybe that was just the controls that made it harder. Again, this is one that I would rather play with another person versus myself against a computer. Baseball, I don't mind sports games as much if they're difficult. But I've always preferred beating a human opponent. Not having the best luck here. It must be on super easy or something. I was going to go back and get it. Because the computer on this one's not very good. I mean, for the level I'm playing on. If I'm beating it, it's not very good. I just realized Intellivision Dude used to play this game a lot. I don't remember the last time I've seen him play it. I mean, I don't catch everything. He streams every day, but I watch a lot. And I used to see it all the time. We're getting close to the end of the day. We'll call it at that one. I left a little early. It's almost end of the level, I think. Doesn't even matter where I push. In this mode, you just push anywhere on the disc to jump back and forth. Now we've got nighttime. And that's it. 255 to 60. Sea Battle? I had Sea Battle as a kid. I love that game. Sea Battle was a favorite of mine. Yeah, Sea Battle's great. The only problem was none of my Atari friends, I mean, I don't think I'm very good now probably, but back then I was fairly good as a kid. My Atari friends, none of them were very good at that one. And they played it. And just like some of their games on Atari, I'm pretty good at them, but there's sometimes they just smoke me. Let's try it. Probably need to look at the overlay for that. Oop, went too far. Right by it. Oh boy. Let me take a picture of that overlay. I probably have it sitting here. I moved everything. I'm going to take a picture of it really quick so I can hold it up here on my phone. Because I definitely don't remember all the buttons for this one. I forgot the create. And then battleship. Whoa, I made one with 3. Then let's just engage a retreat. How do I stop it? So stop it. I'm going to make 2 more. I'm going to hit create. Battleship, destroyer, sub. Uh-oh. Oh, because this is 2-player only. So I'll create some with the other controller, then show the battle screen. So there have been talks for all of you sea battle lovers. There's been talks. I've been hearing them about making a Super Pro version of Sea Battle, and how many of us would love that? I would absolutely love to be able to play this against a computer. Okay, let me stop it now. Get the other controller. Create. Deploy. Engage a retreat. So here you've got the battle screen, and this was aim and fire. So now you have the aim. Every ship is different, how far it can shoot. And you had to, whenever you're playing with another opponent, you're obviously, you can't hit the edge. You're running around trying to outmaneuver them, and you're moving. You know, it's not that easy whenever the person's actually moving. Every ship requires a different amount of hits, and it depends on, you know, what you're doing. And you control one ship at a time. I can't remember which ship. Do I just push the button? Destroyer. Stop. Okay, so I pushed the destroyer button. And now this guy's a little different. So yeah, this game was a lot of fun. You had to be quick with the buttons and the controls on this one to be good. This will be a fun one to play against other people that grew up playing Sea Battle. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to leave that on, guys. Number Jumble and World Cup Soccer support ECS, but don't require it. Yes, but to do 4 players, I think you have to have the ECS. They're doing something with that now where it's not, it doesn't look for it. Caleb 8-Bit Widgets, he's done that. Did anyone else have games of? Or I read that one already. Frogbody is going to be my first Sprint video. I'm going to have Kelly play with me. She loves frogs. That's a good one to have someone playing Intellivision for the first time. It's not going to overwhelm them. They're going to enjoy playing a game. Yeah, Grandma's Boy. I love seeing Intellivision on Grandma's Boy. Give them legs a break. Jonas Ness, what's going on? I love the players' names on Super Pro, baseball, Lurch Butlers, Thunder Dunks. Oh, basketball. Stilt Chambers. Yeah, some of them used to have the real names, and then they had to take them out. There's still versions out there. You can find them, and you can have the names. I've seen it. Slappy, what's going on? Sea Battle's awesome. Would love to see an updated homebrew. Yeah, me too. To be able to play with multiple difficulty levels against computer, that'd be sweet. 234, I'm not too far behind. Good, they got the sound of the frog eating the bugs right. So baseball, you're out, ump will be correct, unlike the flashback. Yeah, that was something different. This is right. This is Jay-Z INTV. Everything will play as it should in this one. What's up, Deckel? Good to see you. Deckel, one of the most brilliant minds in retro gaming community, especially in television. The guy does phenomenal things that I can't even begin to understand. Did you order a Sprint, Deckel? I'm playing on mine right now. Kate Collier, Sub Hunt was another favorite, which is strange considering I joined the military service that didn't involve water. I need to learn how to play that. I know a lot of people say they like it. It's a little more in depth of a game. But I don't know how to get to the other screen. Where are we at? 237. So there's a little bit of Sea Battle. Definitely not going to play that one too long. I'm not going to sit here and play with myself. Shark's a good one. Now this one, there are more modern games that basically the same thing. And oh, lack of sleep's killing me. On the Xbox 360, what is that game called? Does anyone remember? It's basically like this. We had a few different versions of it. The kids love it. Gotta eat that shark tail and not get bit by that. I can handle the shark pretty well if it's on its own. The other fish get in the damn way. Until you get over 100,000, and then it's not easy at all. Oh, I always hate that. They needed to be a little more lenient. You hit like the back end of the tail right past it, and it says you get that it eats you. It's gonna come back. And I'm not gonna be able to get the shark once for you guys. I did it last time I played it earlier. Got him. Shark 2 is a much better version. David Harley did just the right things. Oh, where'd you go? We'll get the shark one more time. When I'm bigger, it doesn't take as many hits. There we go. It's just how high can you go? I know you can eat some of the other stuff at the bottom, but in Shark 2, I played that a lot more than the first one. Let's see, get it one more time. Ah, ate me. Yeah. Deckel says not ordered one yet, waiting for them to come in stock at Amazon in the UK. So I reached out to my contacts, and they will be coming back in stock. They're sold out all over the place for now, but they'll be going on and off again for sale on Amazon. So definitely no one has to worry about that. They'll be there. Inti Lab, I'm not going to sit here and play with myself. Yeah, I definitely wasn't. It's not too fun to play with yourself live on YouTube. I had Sub Hunt and Sea Battle, and I ended up joining the Navy. How'd that come to be? 2 Shark. Yeah, Shark 2. That's the good one. There's a homebrew of this game on the 2600 release back in 2004 called Go Fish. Huh. I can't remember what the one that we played a lot of, and we still have it. We play it every once in a while. Oh. And it's a lot of fun. The kids love it. You can do 4 players. It gets really hard at 90,000. This one, maybe I'm thinking of Shark 2 that's over 100,000. I know it's somewhere right around there. It gets near impossible to eat that shark. Good old Snafu. This is one of my favorites as a kid. Space Battle. There's 2 versions of this. There's the Space Network and there's the Action box. This is the red one they used. That one's a little more rare. David Harley's version, Battlestar Galactica Space Battle, is a lot better version, a lot more options, higher difficulty. I got so good at Space Battle as a kid, I stopped playing it because I would just beat it easily every time. I did lose when I played it earlier because I was chatting. At least that's what I'm going to blame it on. I hit disc difficulty, which is the hardest. And I don't have an overlay, but I pretty much know the buttons on this one. Disc works great. Oh, I thought he was going to go sideways straight over to the left. One more. I'm going to need to get to the other one too because he's I'm probably losing chips. Oh, he beat them all. What the heck? That doesn't happen too often. Usually you come back and you're like, your ships are gone. Uh-oh. Yeah, I didn't play that too smart again. I need to hurry up and get through these. 3 more. 1 more. Oh, come on. So I've already lost 1 ship here, and that's not good. But they did kill. I lost 1, but they did kill some of these because I only have 2 left. Oh, that was almost game over. Or whoa. Woo. So that was close, but that's what it looks like. That's how easy it is to beat this game on the hardest difficulty. Yeah, so the new one, Battlestar Galactica Space Battle from David Harley, Intellivision.us, the game's free. You go over to there. There is a ton of full-fledged games from him that are free. A lot of them that cost like $5. Intellivision Collector has a lot of free games, a lot of games that cost, I think it's $11, $12 USD, but you get the whole package. You get the game, you get the box art front and back, you get the overlay, you get the manual PDF form, you get an Intellivision overlay, which you guys don't know what that is. You take a Nintendo DSi XL, I think the 3D one works, and you put Intellivision on here. The bottom has an overlay, it's touchscreen, and you play on the top screen. It works great. Now my newest handheld, I have, let me move over here. That's kind of a small screen. I have one of these guys, Retro Flag GPI Case 2. So it has the buttons there. There's 2 more in the center, and there are buttons on the back. It is a, oh boy, I forget which one it is. Module 4 Lite board. That's all it is right there. And then you've got the memory card, micro SD. This one's 1.5 terabyte. My fingers, I had a hard time of big hands. I could barely get in there to snap it down. I eventually got it. But this thing is great. I've been playing Intellivision games on it downstairs. But pretty soon I'll be able to play with my Sprint. All right, so let's get 1 more game in, then we'll see you guys just a little over an hour. Catch up with chat here. Thank you. Yeah, they have the real players' names. There was a there's a version out there. I'm sure Michael has it. I always forgot what radar does on this game. The death sound creeped me out as a kid, born in '77. Yeah, what scared me was Cloudy Mountain or Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. The dragon. That you hear that? Man, that scared you as a little kid. Thank you. But the real challenge comes playing Battlestar Galactica Space Battle. There's a ton of them you have to get. They just keep coming wave after wave, and it's even harder. Casey, I need to send the Mr. Do overlay. Oh, yeah, cool. Thank you. The digital controllers he's talking about. Can I reach mine? These guys here, again, let me go back to big screen. These are 16 direction thumbsticks with a digital screen and side buttons that plug into your original console. I didn't sell these. I helped people get them in the United States. I think I helped about 50 people get them. They work great. Okay, let's find one more. I played a lot of football, but I never played the later versions of football. Thin Ice is a good one. Thunder Castle. A lot of people like Tower of Doom. It's another one that I'm not real familiar with. Utopia, what I think is the very first strategy game. I love strategy games. Played a lot of Utopia. That was another one, though, like Sea Battle. It's hard to find a worthy opponent back then. People would try, but when you're good at a game and other people are just kind of learning, they don't want to play you very long. Armor Battle. We got to hear it. We got to hear it. It's iconic. Hopefully that was loud enough for you guys to hear. David Hartley also makes updated versions of the voice games, which are really cool. Takes it from a sim that takes forever and makes it more like a nonstop action game, which is really cool. I need to get that loaded on there to show it off. If you like B-17 Bomber, you'll like what David did with it. Bowling. Oh, I got to play Chip Shot Golf. Steve Ettinger, Chip Shot Golf, one of my favorite Intellivision games. I don't have the manual. I kind of know what the clubs do, but so many options. This is an amazing game. We'll just play a couple holes, and then I got to go down and say goodbye to the wife and then get ready for my stream at 4. I still haven't sent the guys the links yet. That was my driver. A little bit of wind. Southeast. Man, I can't remember. This is, again, one of those games that you need to play a little bit. That's not too bad. You start getting really good. See, so this time, yeah, on my TV, it's kind of washed out. I need to adjust the color. There should be, you see lines on the putting green, and that tells you what angle that it's going to slope at. Oops, didn't mean to leave that on there. Sorry, guys. The scariest sound for me was when the timer speeding up. Yes, Bomb Squad, yeah. The code. Vectron, I don't even know how to play. You play Tower of Doom? I need to learn it because I need to make a video. Super Mega Graphics 64. What's going on, Cyrus? Cyrus is my first guest come 4 o'clock Pacific time, which is 7 Eastern. He is going to be on. He's numero uno. Since I stayed home today, Cyrus, I would still be at work. Since I stayed home today, I did extra bonus streams. Since I could show off the sprint, and since I had a bunch of time, Cyrus is really good at putting on this game. Putting is not easy. We got a birdie. There's a lot of courses. You can do 9, 18 holes. It's like anything. It's like real golf. You need to learn the course if you want to do well. Sometimes it's hard to tell which way the wind's going. Got to hook it to the right a little bit. Oh, I almost went too far. 150. No, not quite far enough. I'm on the green, though. Oh, maybe not. So one cool trick is you can putt it from really far. Oh, man, I can't even see that. It looks like one big fairway on the TV, but over here on the computer, I can see it. I'm right outside the green. So you can putt from here. And where is it? So you see in the lower left, you see 29, and then there's a little angle thing there. That tells you, because you're not on the green, it's not showing it yet, but you can see how the green is sloped. So I know it's going to be going in that direction, so I'm going to move a little bit. 32 yards. Oh, I forgot to change the putter. Oh, that was silly. Now, this is what happens with golf. I can't believe I did that. So you can, I was going to say, you can putt from off the green and your chances of getting it in the hole are a lot greater. Oh, that was horrible. Nope, I don't know how to play Vectron. I know, I need to watch it. I need to learn. I need to make a video. I need to get that one out of the way. Your putt's a little right to left. You're already late for lunch earlier, and we'll let you go and catch you later. Love the bonus streams from you today. Cheers. Thank you, Jonas Ness. Yeah, another one's going to start in an hour and 10 minutes, but I'm going to have guests this time. And Super Mega Graphics 64 will be up first. We'll have PJ Smith. We'll have Mike's Gaming Gala. We have a few, and then we're going to move into, we have a Sprint podcast on DJC Game Studios at 6:30 Pacific, so I for sure got to be done by then. Mike's Gaming Gala is going to go live as well. I am using the Sprint right now. I am on the wireless controllers. Let me get back to chat here. I see you the link for the overlay to grab. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that, Jesse. Do the JSON files allow for putting in custom JZ INTV parameters? I think they're locked down because the files I have, it shows editor, which is publisher, and it shows number of players, which is 1 or 2, I think it had. And I put those in, but it doesn't show up. I did request it, and he said he thinks they should be able to implement that on an update. I told him, not a big deal on the publisher. It'd be cool to have all the homebrew games. We could put the publisher in our files. I know a lot of people aren't even going to care about all the files, but I love having it. But I said 1 or 2 player, 1 player only, 2 player only, or 1 or 2 player. That'd be nice information, especially if you're not familiar with all the games. You're scrolling through the carousel and you don't know those things till you get into the game trying to figure out how to play it. That would be nice to know. Yeah, there's a number down there, and it also tells you the direction that it's sloping. Well, hello again, Tofu. You caught me at the tail end of this one. I've been streaming about an hour and a half, getting close to it. Forget, where do we even see? Oh, I'm on the wrong screen. No, I wasn't. Why is it not showing me? Maybe because I'm dual streaming. I'm on both channels right now. But I know we've been streaming about an hour and a half, getting close to it. And I'm on again in just barely over an hour, 4 o'clock my time Pacific. We start the real stream. These are just bonus streams playing on the Sprint since we were able to. I figured that'd be a good thing to do today on Intellivision Day. And I've had like 40-something people watching, so that's awesome. When you have the USB drive plugged in, does it? Yes, the built-in games, when you plug in your USB stick, the original built-in menu goes away about 1.5 seconds, and it loads your USB stick. If you have all the artwork in, like I have on the 4 games that I have, and let me do that real quick before we go, just in case there's some of you that haven't seen it. I'm literally just plugging in my USB stick to the USB port. Don't put it in the controller ports. And normally it's really quick, but since I have my console off, it has to do the boot. But it's going to boot into my USB stick. Player 2. Don't need you anymore. So if you don't have all of the graphic files, you're going to see, you're going to see a bunch of these white rectangles with the running man, and I'm blocking it. Let me remove my webcam for a second. So that's what you're going to see. Astro Smash, whatever the file is. Thought I had Burger Time. There it is. This is what you're going to see for games that you don't have information on. Whatever you call the ROM or the bin config files, it's going to show it, and you're just going to see this generic Running Man logo. So whenever I plug in, it just loads this. Now, you can load all the 45 built-in games just make a USB stick with everything on it, plug that in, play from that all the time. The fact that they've opened it all up like this is great because you can do everything they're doing on the main menu for the included games. Now, when I unplug this stick, let me get my webcam back on here. When I unplug the stick, it just takes a quick second and it goes back to the menu. There you go, quick. Now I'm back to the 45 built-in games. Now, if you're going to be going in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, I don't know if I would do that. I would get a USB hub or something, maybe an extension cable, put everything on one USB stick and just leave that sucker in. I don't know if there's a reason not to do that. There's going to be updates. They're super easy. You're going to put like a file on. I haven't done it yet. I will have a video on it once I have an update to do. You put the files on a USB stick, turn the console off, plug it in, turn it back on. It's going to boot to it. Boom, you're updated. It's that simple. So let me catch up on chat before we call it. Too many screens here. Yeah, 24. I can't. My wife's already upset because I was home most of today and I've done like 3 hours of streaming and I'm not even done yet. She's leaving for work soon, but we're going out on date night Saturday. So I'm going to take her out to dinner and a movie, the whole classic dinner and a movie. So I have to unplug it to get back to the built-in games. Yes. Yeah, but like I said, just put all the 45 included games on your USB stick. They're small files. You could just have them all there and just leave it plugged in. Will the USB remember the 1 to 3 star rating when you reconnect? Yes, because it creates a file and it saves the game name and what you rated, and that's what it's reading when it does the favorites. I had to figure that out playing around with it myself. They're implementing it. I told them once I click a favorite, whether I want to change it or remove it, or I clicked it on accident, you can't remove it. And I let them know it was an oversight. They're going to fix that. But you can also go into the USB stick and remove the file. You can edit it in Editor. You can change them that way, or you can just delete the game or delete the whole file and your favorites go away. So you can send people your favorites too. They can check out your favorites, I guess. That's a good point. Yeah, just put them all on one USB stick. That's what a lot of us talked about doing right away. Don't have to go back and forth, in and out. Just leave it on. The only time you'd have to take it out is if you're going to update. I did hear that the Atari USB for the other Intellivision games. Yes, those might be different. The official one, they talked about the Sprint stick. And it's got 4 games, and it's going to be a USB stick. Those might get incorporated. I don't know for sure. I haven't been told. But definitely I'll be talking about everything Sprint, along with all the other normal Intellivision stuff I do. But every time there's any news or new things or updates or game packs or information from publishers on what they're going to do for the Sprint, I guarantee you I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to show it. And for some of those that are possibly doing physical digital games, and that sounds funny, but talking about having a USB stick in a little case with a manual and overlays and a game art around it. So that's going to be another thing for me to collect. It's like I've never had physical digital. I guess a lot of the modern games are physical digital, physical, whatever you want to call it. GB Fanatic, I'm enjoying the videos. I'm very excited, still waiting for mine to get here. Yeah, I'm enjoying being able to play Intellivision so much and chat with you guys. But yeah, mine aren't here yet either. This one was sent to me from Play On, Ben of Play On. I did an interview with him. If you haven't seen it, he was a very cool guy to have on. And this was sent to me for testing purposes and to make the video, which went live this morning at 5 a.m. my time. There's 2 other YouTubers with videos, and they did a really good job. We got John Hancock has a video. John, the Gen X grown-up, has one, and myself. And they're all out now. I recommend checking them all out. Surely can't be long till someone just has fully built zip with every game and all the box art. Yeah, I'm sure they will, because all the games come on the Pi RTOs, so everyone has access to them. I doubt people are going to be sharing a lot of the homebrews, because people will see that and that'll be frowned upon. So definitely I wouldn't do that, and definitely wouldn't be showing it if you did, because all those guys see all those things. Trust me, they see everything. Does the menu slow down if you use the images and screenshots? So, yeah, good question. If you use the files and you use like big pictures, small pictures, and the UI, is that the right term? If the unit has to constantly resize all your images, when you're skipping around in the carousel, it kind of gets a little jumpy, it stutters a little bit. Still works fine. You can still play everything just fine, but I put out a cheat sheet that shows you how to name all the files and what size each one should be. Now you want those files to be the exact size as I showed in the video, and I put it on Facebook. I can't remember if I stuck it on YouTube yet. Save that. If you're making these files, do it exactly like that. No stutter. I had stutter at the beginning. They told me how to fix it, why it happened. I resized the files. No stutter. So definitely you want to do that. Horse Stream Live, are you calling the Sprint original hardware or emulation? It's definitely not original hardware. It's a little better than emulation, of course. I would say it's kind of like a hybrid. You've got, it's JZI INTV emulator, which is the best one. You've got original type controllers with better side buttons. You've got the original disc, the original bubble buttons. It plays everything. It is almost the same size. It has all the reset switch, the on-off switch. It looks good. So, yeah, I really like it. I don't think they could have done a better piece of hardware out of the gate since Atari bought Intellivision. Jerome, once again, what's going on? We're going to end it here. Now it's less than an hour. I'm going to be on my normal live stream for Intellivision Day, and Cyrus will be my first guest. Jonas Ness, new member. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Jerome, hit the likes. I appreciate that. Thank you. IntiLab, yes, the cheat sheet is on your original video from this morning. Yeah, it's on the video. I think I posted it in the Intellivision groups, or at least a lot of them. I meant to put it on YouTube as well. I can't remember if we can save files from there. But if you want it and you can't find it or whatever, reach out to me. I'll send it to you. I made it to help myself and for the video. I don't mind sharing it. Oop, where'd that go? I have not played any games for the Intellivision over 20 years. Can't wait to play my favorite Buzz Bombers. That's exciting. Send me a picture or something if you can or if you want to. I love to see stuff like that. And if you let me, I'll show it on the show, my weekly Intellivision show on Mondays. I would love to see people enjoying the new console, especially stories like that. Someone that hasn't played games in like a couple decades, getting the Sprint and enjoying Intellivision again. I mean, I think that's part of what this is all about, giving us easily accessible HDMI in the modern TVs and people being able to just play games again. I use my Ultimate PC interface when I play on my live stream. I have those. There's a new one coming out. Intellivision.us. Click the link, send them a message. So IntiLab is, follow him on Twitch. Oh, God, I hope I said that right. It's Twitch, right? IntiLab, Michael, he makes homebrew games for Intellivision, does a lot of game hacks. He is a great programmer, knows a lot of cool stuff, again, that I can't begin to understand, but I watch him on Twitch every time that I can make it. Is there a limit to the number of files or games? I've heard a number of 256, and I don't, maybe Michael knows. Is there a limit to like the fat file system that you can have in one folder? That might be the limit. That might be where the ceiling's reached. I can tell you they're working on folders. I hope that's implemented because that'll make us a lot easier for us when we can organize these games, or, you know, maybe to put, if it is a limit like that, and if we have them in different folders that it works, I would love that. So I can tell you that's being worked on, and I'll let you know if and when it happens. How far am I behind? 2 minutes. All right, I'm trying to catch up on chat, and then I got to get out of here because I got to send Cyrus and the other guys the link still. Does it require a certain type of USB flash drive? That I don't know. I just bought regular SanDisk USB stick. Someone asked me if it had to be, what is it, the fat file system, and whatever they came as from Amazon, plug into my PC and Mac, they both work. That's all I know. Well, publishers offer games that are out of print. So here's the thing. A lot of the games are going to be offered, but sometimes, especially for years past, the sprints kind of open that up. So a lot of times, the guys that are programming the games, there's two ways they sell them. Publishing rights, digital rights. Well, the guys aren't releasing the ROMs. They don't pay for the digital rights if it's extra. So there's some games that some publishers just will not be able to put out in ROM form, or maybe they'll go back now with the sprint and purchase them. I don't really know. We're going to see a lot of this in the short, near future. But definitely it's exciting time to be an Intellivision fan. A lot of publishers are releasing things that weren't released before, a lot of which are some of the older games. Let's hope we eventually can get most of them. I gave him the finger on my way home in Jerome. It depends on the publisher. I know a better mousetrap should work fine. So should Fubar, though without 4-player support. Yes, on Twitch. So if you follow guys on Twitch, definitely go follow INTLab. Usually it's every Friday. Not always. Depends on your USB drive. Some will only let you have 1,024 files in the root folder. So if you use all the artwork, what is it, like 11 files per game? So just round it to 10 for easy math. You know, if you had 100 games, you know, right there, you're pretty much to that 1,024. So it's going to come down, if they don't do folders, or you're going to have some people they have USB hubs where you can push the buttons, and they're going to do several USB sticks and have their stuff organized. If we can't use folders, that's a good option. Then you're not taking it in and out of the back of the console as well. But all right, guys, thanks for watching. It's been fun. 2 extra streams today, probably an hour and a half each one-ish. And I still got a few more hours. If you're just come in late, 52 minutes, my normal Intellivision Day stream goes live. We're going to have guests on. And then we also have on DJC Game Studios, we have the Sprint podcast show. Lots of guests are coming on that. That is 6:30 Pacific time. So in about 3 hours, 22 minutes for that. And Mike's Gaming Gala is going to be going live and streaming for Intellivision Day. I'm sure a lot of others are. Definitely check out what you can. And I'll see you guys in less than an hour. Appreciate you guys all being here and hope to see you in the next one.
Rise up, get ready for the fight. The Intellivision gamer, shining so bright. Reviews and gameplay, he's got it all from classics to new. He stands tall, interviews and insights. He's on a mission, unleashing the power of Bradshaw. He's got the knowledge, the passion untamed. Intellivision burning with the flame. YouTube's his stage, says brothers unite. Intellivision gamer, he brings the light with the game console. He's making history.